This practice is going to have you starting in child's pose. I'm going to show you the position, get into it, instruct you into child's pose, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk you through the centering posture. So for child's pose, we're bringing the knees into a wide V, bringing the chest down toward the ground. Arms can extend out in front if you want. You can also have those arms back by your hips if that's a little bit easier on your shoulders. But here's child's pose. You're going to continue staying in child's pose, perhaps closing your eyes and breathing deeply. Inhale and exhale. All the practices with Swell Yoga, we have some kind of centering, some kind of beginning to where you can focus on your breath, disconnect from what you were doing before you got on your mat, really connect into your breath. Inhale and exhale. And just center your thoughts, your breath, on about the next 30 to 40 minutes for practice. As you continue to hold child's pose, perhaps you reach those fingers out a little bit longer toward the front of your mat. At the same time, maybe sitting back, trying to stretch those hips to the back side of your mat. So it's as though somebody is stretching you long in opposite directions. Really bringing space, creating space in between the vertebra and the squishy discs of your spine. 2 more breaths, reaching long. Stretching, stretching, stretching through that spine. 1 more time, inhale. And exhale. From child's pose, I want you to walk those arms over to the right side as though your arms are a hand on clock. You're reaching out toward the right side of your mat, coming into a nice side body stretch, feeling that stretch along the outside of your left arm, down the side of your ribs, maybe even to the top of your hip. Breathe in, feel that side body stretch with your breath, and exhale out. Walk those hands back around to the center and keep going. Take those hands over to the opposite side, stretching your hands to the left. Inhaling, feeling that side body expand with the breath. Exhale out. Inhale. And exhale. Bring those hands right back around to the front. Stretching long through the fingertips 1 more time. From here, shift into table. Okay. We're going to move through cow and cat. Inhale, belly drops, head comes up. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. And exhale to cat. Let's do 1 more. Inhale to cow. And exhale, cat. Back to table, neutral spine. If you haven't already, tuck those toes up underneath and you're just going to press your hips back to the heels. This is going to give you a nice little toe stretch. Hopefully feeling that in all of the piggies. If you stay in shoes all day long, this is a wonderful stretch for the arches, creating some circulation back down into the feet. One more breath there, holding that toe stretch. Exhale, shift forward back to table, relaxing those down. Some people like to tap out the toes. Good. We're going to go back one more time. You can keep the toes tucked under if you like, or you can do it with the feet flat. We're going to press back one more time. And this time we're going to sit. We're going to sit on those heels. All right. If this is too much for the feet, you can bring it down. Okay. From here, we're going to release those hands back behind us. And we're going to just work a little bit of stretch on the front of those thighs. Now, if you have some knee issues, you certainly can skip this. We're going to breathe in one more time. And exhale out, slowly walking those hands back into that table position. Good. From here, we're going to do thread the needle. We're going to start with the right side. Right arm reaches up. And exhale, we're going to thread it through the space between your knee and your hand, coming down to the outside of that shoulder area. Making sure that you breathe here. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Softly, slowly bring that right hand back out, returning to that table position. We're going to go the opposite side. Thread the needle. Left arm reaches up. Exhale, it threads through, coming to that outside shoulder area. Breathing here, supporting however you need to, hand on the ground. Maybe you had to bring a blanket under your knees. Up to you. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Support yourself. Bring that hand back out, returning to table one more time. Let's work a cow and cat again. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Inhale, cow. And exhale, right back up into that cat. Returning to table. From table, walk those hands out just a little bit. Tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. You want your feet to be about hips width distance apart. And you want to be pushing those hands away. At the same time, you push those shoulders back toward the space behind you. From here, anytime you need to drop down to your knees to table or to child's pose, you go ahead and do that. We're going to do just a little bit with the legs. We're going to bend the knees down. And we're going to straighten. Lift up on the toes. And lower the heels. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale, up on your toes. Exhale, heels toward the floor. One more time. Inhale, bend those knees. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, up on the toes. Exhale, heels work down. Let's go ahead, take those knees to the mat, moving back into child's pose, relaxing through those arms. If you want to add a little stretch here, bring the palms together, interlace the fingers, or keep the palms flat. And with your forehead down on the ground, you're going to draw those palms back over your head. One more breath here. And release those hands. This next part, you have an option. You can either do it while holding in downward facing dog, or you can do it from table. I'm going to demonstrate one side in downward dog, and then the opposite side I'll do in table. So go ahead, pick your level, whichever one you want. I'm moving into downward facing dog. I'm going to take that right leg and extend it up to the sky. Three-legged dog. You can kind of bend that knee if you want or keep the leg straight. But we're going to just do a few little ankle rotations here. And then back to the other side. Inhale, lift those toes up. Exhale, bring it back down, right into downward facing dog. We're going to move to the other side. You can continue in downward dog or in table, whichever you chose for the other side. I'm demonstrating from table, so we're going to lift that left leg way up to the sky. Bending that knee if you want. Adding those ankle rotations. First one direction and then the opposite. And then we're going to bring that back down, coming into table one more time. Arms reach out, coming puppy pose, chest drops down. Nice little stretch for the arms, especially if you chose to hold down dog. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Bring it back to table. You're going to step your left foot up between your hands. Shifting into a lunge. Just warming up those hips. If it doesn't bother your knee, you want to try lifting that back leg up toward you. Just get you a nice little stretch on the front of the thigh here. If that hurts too much, bothers your knee, makes it too tender, just keep that leg down. No problem. Inhale. Exhale. Let's walk it back. Draw those toes towards your face. Nice straight leg here. Focusing on that stretch in the back of your leg. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Roll your foot back down flat. Bring it back to table. Maybe a cow and cat. Just to help ease in the low back. Opposite side, let's bring, for me it's my right foot up. All right, we're going to shift into that lunge. Working, stretching here through the hip area. Nice full breaths. If you want to lift up, bring that foot toward you, that back foot towards you, increasing the stretch on the front of your thigh. That's your option. You can also just keep it down. One more breath here. And we're going to extend that leg out straight, pushing the hips back. Bringing as much of a straightening in that leg as you can. Bending gently over. Feel that deep stretch in the back of that leg. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Softly roll that foot back down. We're going to take that foot, bring it back here, rest in child's pose for just a couple of breaths. And from here, I just want you to walk it up, coming to the top of your mat, hanging there in forward bend. We're going to inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, release down. We're going to inhale, lift up halfway. And you're going to exhale, release down. You're going to soften those knees. Inhale, reach all the way up. Take those arms up and overhead, reaching back. Good. Exhale, folding it forward. Again, inhale, we're going to roll to standing. Take it up. And exhale, bring it back down. One more time. Inhale, we're going to roll it up. This time, we're going to sit down and back into that imaginary chair. If you want to keep extending your arms overhead, you can do that. It creates a lot of tension in my shoulders, so I like to keep my hands down at heart center. Holding here, deep breath in. Exhale out. One more, inhale. And exhale, release out. Take those hands to the floor, into that forward bend again. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, release. You're going to take that right leg and take a big step back into a lunge. All right? Now, you can stay here in a lunge. You can also drop that knee down, back into that kneeling lunge that we practiced a little bit earlier. All right? Here or here. Now we're just pressing back through that right heel, stretching that back leg. Inhale and exhale one more time. Deep breath in. Exhale, release. Going to push that right foot back up to the left. Good. Inhale, roll it tall. And exhale, forward bend. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, left foot steps back to that lunge. You're going to want to make sure that knee stays over the ankle. We can always drop down to that knee if you need a little bit less. Or you can come to the lunge. Have a little bit more. Breathe in. Exhale out. Breathe in. Exhale out. We're going to push that left foot back up to the top. Good. Inhale, roll tall. Exhale, we're going to stay standing. I'm going to turn and face you guys. I'll do a couple of balancing poses here. We're going to start with bringing that knee up to your chest. So you'll stand on your right leg and you'll softly begin to bring that knee up. If you can reach down and clasp it, great. If not, you can keep those hands out to your side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more breath. You've got it. Exhale. Bring that leg down. We're going to shift. Standing on your left leg, bringing an opposite knee up. Finding your balance here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale one more time. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Gently take that foot down. Good. We're going to do one more balance. Right? And I'm going to shift sideways so you can see what we're doing. We're going to take one more time. We're going to bring that knee up. Holding steady here. Good. It doesn't matter how high that knee is. We're just learning to balance. We're strengthening that leg you're standing on. Very easily. Take your time. We're just going to shift that leg behind, coming into airplane. Now, if you find that you're wobbling all over the place, just take that foot down back behind you. Or if you have a wall, use that wall to balance. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Bring that leg down. Maybe step it out if you need to. And we'll do that on the other side. So we'll start Get firm on that standing leg. Then bring the opposite knee up. Breathe. And when you're ready, we're just going to slowly start to shift. Taking that leg behind you. Coming to airplane. Arms are for balance. Hold on to that wall if you need to. Or even take those toes down to the ground. All right, one more breath. You got it. See, I wobble and fall too. Every day's different. Inhale and exhale. Let's bring those feet down. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, shoot that right leg back into the lunge. Good. You can stay down on that knee, up in that lunge, or you can bring it up into crescent. Good. Holding nice and strong here. You don't have to do anything else. Arms go where you want them to, on the leg, at the heart center. Maybe even reaching up nice and tall overhead. Wherever you're feeling that little bit of work happening without overly straining. Good. One more breath here. Exhale. Take those hands back down. If you can, bring that foot back up. We're going to inhale. Roll up to mountain. Exhale. Fold it over. Inhale. Lift up halfway. Exhale, left foot shoots back to your lunge. Good. Just a reminder of the levels. Down on the knee. If you need feeling a little bit less today, like you need a little bit less on your mat, you can stay at kind of that mid-level point, hands resting on the ground for extra support. Or you can bring it up. Lifting your torso tall, holding strong. Breathing through, inhale, and exhale. One more time, inhale, and exhale. Let's bring those hands down, and softly take that left knee down. Pull that right knee back. Now we are in table. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more of those. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. From table, let's go ahead, bring it into a seated position onto the mat. I want to take one leg out in front, one leg folded in, head to knee pose, lifting up nice and tall. And exhale, folding forward toward, taking that head toward your toes, stretching long, breathing deep. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Walk those hands back. You're going to take that knee that's folded out. You're going to bring that foot flat on the floor. Knee hugs up toward your chest. And then we're going to twist toward that knee, hugging it in, planting that right hand behind your hip, coming into a spinal twist. Gaze is over that shoulder as you breathe deeply. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale first, and as you exhale, release that softly. Coming back around to the front. Right leg stays